What's going on, guys? EirronJ, and welcome to another episode of our Manchester United Football Manager Career Mode series. This episode we've got a pretty big one. We've got Leicester, Arsenal, and then Dynamo Kyiv in the Champions League. So the first two games are really the really important ones, because I feel we're pretty much cruising in the Champions League, but in the league, as you can see, we're struggling a little bit. We need more goals, and we are currently a point behind Arsenal as well. So, if we can manage to somehow beat Leicester and pick up a point or even a win from Arsenal, that would be absolutely huge for us. As we look at the squad, the team are getting a lot more familiar with our style of play. The intensity's dropped a little bit as well. And yeah, this is the team we're going to go with though. We're going to go Greenwood, Cavani, Sancho, Fernandes, Pogba, Van der Beek, Shaw, Maguire, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, and Henderson in goal. We're going to rest Ronaldo because he's not super fit, and he does have a high risk of injury as well. But yeah, this is the team we're going to go with for now. I think what I might do in future is drop Fernandes back and then bring Van der Beek on as like a substitute if we're struggling. But that's the team we're going to go with for the start of the episode, in the hopes that we can pick up a win. So look, where's Phil Jones actually? Is there anyone I can swap him with? No, so we'll just leave it as is. I'm trying to get rid of Phil Jones. I want to sell him on if possible. But yeah, it don't look like I don't really want to play him. I can't play Matic, and he's concerned as well about his playing time. But we're also trying to get rid of him as well. He's just dead wood. We don't really need him in the team. There's some more players we're going to try and bring in January, just like players for the future, backup players who will be happy to sit on the bench and come on if and when we need them. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump straight into the game. Give the boys the normal tactics, just G them up a little bit before we get into this one. And hope we can start off with a win. We're playing away from home, which adds a little bit more pressure, but fingers crossed we can take control of this one and win this match. Got a corner in the 8th minute, and we've put it in the back of the net. Raphael Varane is the man on the score sheet. It's a beautiful cross from Bruno Fernandes, and that header is sublime as well. Leicester are actually struggling on this save. They're sitting just below, about mid-table, so it's not going great for Leicester. As we make it 2-0 in the 12th, this could be a high-scoring game. This could be struggle town for Leicester. And this is exactly what we need as well. We need to be banging as many goals as possible. Look at that for a shot from Bruno Fernandes. In the 12th minute as well. It's one-way traffic so far. Our goals scored, our goal difference, is a lot lower than the teams close to us, as Bruno Fernandes again puts the ball in the back of the net. He's been involved in all 3 goals so far, picking himself up an assist and 2 finishes. Well, he's got his brace for the match in the first 15 minutes of this match, and that is, yeah, the Kasper Schmeichel's got to be doing better than that. That's all we've got to say about that one. So far so good. We're in complete control, and we're slowly getting that goal difference up a little bit. I think this is one of those formations where the more familiar the team gets with it, and the stronger the players become with it, I think we're really gonna start dominating teams. I think that's the way it's probably gonna end up. Is as soon as they get like familiar with this formation and the tactics we play, we're just gonna absolutely slaughter teams, because it's such a good formation to have. We've got a solid back line, and then with those 2 midfielders playing support roles. At the minute, it's Pogba and Van der Beek, but it could quite easily be Pogba and Fernandes. We could play those 2 as well. Yeah, teams have got no chance really. If the defense is playing as they should, then we can just score all day long. We've got so much threat going forward that it's actually crazy. We've got Jadon Sancho, we've got Cavani, Greenwood. Pogba can go forward. Fernandes goes forward really well. Ronaldo is just an absolute monster. We've got Anthony Martial on the bench, who we forget about. Jesse Lingard. And not to mention the attacking prowess of Shaw and Wan-Bissaka as well. And then we've got Tellez on the bench, Diego Dallo, who's a young player that's going to slowly make his way into games more often. But we'll make a double substitution, keep the game fresh. We're well in the lead. This is a complete tonkin at the minute, and yeah, because of the way Bruno Fernandes is feeling, we're just going to bring him off. We're going to play Matic, give him a few minutes, see if that cheers him up a little bit, and hopefully bag a couple more goals. We've got Lingard on as well. What we don't want is this to backfire on us, because it has happened previously. It's mainly the Brentford game. We got a bit too cocky and ended up struggling to see that game out. We drew that one actually, so that was not a brilliant result for us. But as we approach the 60th, it looks like everything's kind of slowed down a bit. So we will make a final substitution. Get rid of Sancho. He's got that yellow card, so we don't want him. And we will also encourage the boys. They might not like it, but I want you guys to press on and score another one. Look, we're lacking massively in terms of goal difference. We're on 9, and I think the closest one to us then was 13. And they're sitting all the way in like 4th or 5th. So we really need to be banging in a few more goals. But I think that will come. We've played some decent teams so far in this start of the season. We've played Man City. We've played Chelsea already. We're playing Arsenal next. We've played... Who else have we played that's decent? Leicester are a decent team. I don't think they're a bad team. So we've got some of the easier games, or the bottom teams to come, as they might be able to salvage something later on. Nope. And that should be it. A nice easy 3-0 win. I will take that. That will give us a few more goals. Gets us closer to where our goal difference should be with the teams that are around us, because it could come down to goal difference. Bruno Fernandes with an absolutely just a monstrous game for him there. Nice work from everybody. That was beautiful. And that should put us in a lot closer than we were before to the top of the table. They do still have games in hand, but yeah, look, we're top again. And they do have that game in hand against us, so they could quite easily take the lead again. But I'll take that for now. I'll take that. It's not too bad at all. Alright, this is the big one, and we have changed the team up slightly. We are going to be playing with Ronaldo, Greenwood, Rashford, Sancho, Fernandes, Van der Beek, Shaw, Bailly, Varane, and Wan-Bissaka. And then we've got Henderson in goal as well. Just trying to see where the best position for these players is. Rashford and Shaw have that strong partnership, and that might work out better for us. We're going to rest Maguire because he is pretty tired. Luke Shaw's pretty tired as well, so we might swap him for Tellez. Tellez isn't fit though, but Dallo is. So we might... Do we start Dallo, or do we just put him on the bench? I think we might have to start him. It's a big game. It's a really big game though. That's the only problem. You know what? We'll go for it. We'll go for it. We'll trust the young god in the hopes that he can actually, you know, see off that pressure he's going to be facing from Saka and Aubameyang. Let's just fingers crossed that the boys come up clutch today and Dallo doesn't crumble under pressure. He's not looking nervous with the team talk, which is always a good sign. So we should, and we are playing at the Emirates as well, which also doesn't seem too great for us. But if we can manage to get a point from this, or even 3 points would be ideal, obviously. But if we can take a point from it, it means that we've drawn with one of the teams right at the top. So we've not dropped points to them really. We've just drawn with them, which kind of sees them off. It doesn't let them take the lead, as Greenwood nearly puts the ball in the back of the net there. Our only issue then is Liverpool have a perfect opportunity to go top if we can't do anything with this match. It's going to be a tough one, it really is, as Xhaka nearly gets them in the lead. They are beating us in terms of shots on target, and we've got possession though, luckily. So we will encourage the boys in the hopes that they can hopefully grab something before half time. We've been playing well so far. It's not... Nobody's leading too much. It's a pretty even game, I'd say, so far in this first 30 minutes. As we try to break on the right-hand side. Greenwood's going to look for Ronaldo. Nothing comes of that. And that is another attack that breaks down. And we will just listen to all these instructions we're getting. We're going to have to demand more from the boys for that instruction as well. Get rid of Odegaard. As half-time approaches, it is 0-0. But somehow favourites in this match, maybe because of how well we've been playing so far. But I wouldn't say we're favourites. I think Arsenal are very good on this save, as are Liverpool. Man City have been okay as well. Tottenham not so much, but it's to be expected really, I guess. They've not... You wouldn't really expect them to be challenging for the title, I wouldn't think. As we're getting some dangerous pressure in the first minute, and the ball is in the back of the net. Oh, they bought Benedetti. That's cool. But we will make some subs. We'll get Marcus Rashford off the pitch. We'll bring on Jesse. Varane is looking a little bit tired, so we will bring on Maguire, and we will also bring on Edison Cavani in the hopes that he can kind of salvage something from this game. We've conceded early into the second half, which means we're either going to really struggle and maybe pull a goal back, or we're just going to completely crumble, because we are going to have to go attacking in this game as well. Usually works when we go attacking, or all-out attack. Just to encourage the boys again. I don't really care if Fernandes and Cavani aren't happy about it. Do your job, boys. Do your job. And as soon as we're allowed to, we're going to demand more from the boys once again. And as we get into this later stages, we might, if nothing comes of this attack, we might have to think about going like all-out attack for this one, as Bruno saves us there and makes it 1-1 in the 80th minute. It's a beautiful free kick. It is a wonderful free kick from the Portuguese sensation. Look at that top right corner. Sometimes all you need is a little bit of Bruno magic, and that could spare us on to get the win here. Let's have a look. We've got the ball in a dangerous position as we're trying to feed it into the middle. Lingard's through. He scored, and it's not going to count. He's offside, I think. Okay, yeah, so he was offside. We caught that one pretty early. I think he was quite a bit offside as well. Oh, it was closer than I thought. It was a lot closer than I would have thought. I mean, I spotted it straight away, but I think the camera angle maybe helps that as well. But yeah, there's about 4 minutes left in this game. We are going to stay attacking, because I think the risk of us... Oh, nearly jinxed it. Let's go balanced instead. I was going to say the odds of us conceding with how we've been playing the last 5-10 minutes in this game didn't really warrant us not going for the attack, but I think after those two attacks we needed to just see the game out, pick up that draw, and I'll take that. We should have maybe won the match, but you can't complain. We've just beat probably, if not the favourites, the second favourites to the title at this stage of the season. So I'll take that. We stay top of the league, and yeah, we move on to the next one. Okay, last game of the episode then, and we will be taking on Kyiv in our Champions League fixture. We are going to be resting the main squad. As you can see, there's a few tired legs out there, so we're going to be bringing on a completely different team, really. We're going to be playing some players who may be a little bit annoyed. Tellez' fitness is absolutely all over the shop, but it might be worth risking him and bringing him onto the pitch. And we will also put Wan-Bissaka on the bench. Phil Jones, we're not... At this point, his career with us is absolutely gone. He's a backup to the backups at this stage. So we've got Cavani, Martial, Rashford, Lingard, Matic and Fred in the midfield. Tellez, Bailly, Lindelof, Dalot and David De Gea in the defensive positions. So there's a heavy load on Eric Bailly, so we might have to rest him. I think he might be able to hack it. I'm going to risk it because we've not had a lot of big injuries this season. They've been like little between 1 and 4 days. And if Bailly gets injured for like a week, it's not going to really affect us too much. He doesn't play in the big games. He's just like a cup game player. And if we really need to rest Maguire or Varane. So I'll risk it. I don't think he's going to get injured in this match. It should be a fairly straightforward one for us. It is Dynamo Kyiv, who are actually sitting above Atletico Madrid, which is a weird one. But yeah, I'd expect this to be pretty standard for us, to be honest. We should be easily taking the points in this one. And you'd think if we can win this one, then we should be through, to be completely honest with you. I can't see us, if we manage to win this one, I can't see us struggling to make the knockout stages, as we have not managed to get a shot on target so far in this game. And Rashford may be offside, but he does manage to put the ball in the back of the net. Is he on? He is, and that is going to be 1-0 inside. It says the 32nd minute for us, but our clock in the top is saying 31 now. So yeah, whichever one you want to look at it. 32nd minute, and we've made it 1-0. And if I know this team, and I think I do pretty well at this point, I would imagine that is probably going to open the floodgates, and a lot more confidence is going to be flowing through this squad. We should be pressing on and grabbing another goal easily in this one, as we approach half time, and it does stay 1-0. But we're going to come out the gates, and I'm predicting a second goal before the 60th minute. That's what I'm going to predict it. We are using some players that we very rarely play, or very rarely play like 45 minutes. So who knows? There we go. Straight away, Edison Cavani makes it 2-0 for the boys in the 45th minute. Beautiful little run from Lingard on that right hand side. He whips the ball in on the byline, and then Cavani slots it home nicely. We are going to get Fred off the pitch because he's got that yellow card, and it might be worth taking off. Bailly don't need to come off yet. He's still got plenty of stamina. Marcus Rashford's looking a little bit tired, so we'll get. Should we bring him off yet, or do we? He can survive a little bit longer, I think. I need to play tactically with these subs. We do have 5 of them though. That's a good point to make. We do have 5 subs to use, but it's a pretty it's not the strongest of leads, is it? So we'll hold on to this for now. We've made the substitute. We've got the yellow carded player off of the pitch in Fred, and okay, Cavani makes it 3. Standard result, really. I couldn't expect anything less from the boys, and now we should be looking at making some. That's a beautiful header as well. Cavani is an absolute monster in these Champions League games. Give the boys some praise, as we could. Oh, I thought I was going to get a free kick then, but we don't. But yeah, we'll make some substitutes in the last 15 minutes or so. Rashford concedes a penalty. And who's stepping up for it? Cavani. It's saved, but we do get a corner from that. And nothing comes of it. So we will make some auto subs. Bring Ronaldo on for the last 10 minutes. Tellers is looking a little bit tired as well, but the game's gone now, so there's no point making any more substitutes. My main thing is I didn't really want to. Come on, Cavani, get a hat trick. Oh no! Somebody have a shot. Just gonna pass it around, are we? Lingard could be through, and that is a beautiful block. A goal kick, so it went over. Never mind. Oh, we could be on the counter attack now. Cavani, give the ball away. Come on, Martial. Oh, beautifully around the keeper to make it 4, and that is game over. That's going to be good for us as well. We've scored 4 goals in this game, so that's going to put the goal difference up by quite a lot. If it does come to goal difference, which it's definitely not going to, is it? But yeah, the reason for not making too many subs is we've got some big games coming up, and I don't really want to tire the boys out too much. So we just, make the subs when necessary. But yeah, 4-0 win. Can't complain too much at that. It was standard stuff, wasn't it? We was using like our second team really. But I'll take that result. A very, very well done today, boys. That was an excellent win. It was, wasn't it? You can't really ask for much more from the boys there. 4-0 is a huge result for us, and we do actually go 5 points clear at the top there, so we shouldn't really be struggling to see this one out. One more win and that pretty much secures it. I think we're pretty much through now anyway, to be honest, but just to be completely safe, we may have to win 1 or 2 more games. We'll put weaker sides out for those matches. Obviously, we don't need to go for a crazy win, but we do actually carry on undefeated. So we managed to get a win against Leicester. We drew with Arsenal, and then we won in convincing fashion against Kyiv. That puts us at the top of the league as well. Top of the Champions League group and top of the Premier League as well. We do have 3 fairly easy games next episode. We've got Norwich in the Premier League, then we've got Wolves in the Cup, and then we've got Everton in the Premier League as well, which could go either way really. But all 3 matches are at home, so I'd expect us to win all of them, to be completely honest. But you never know what's going to happen in the Premier League. We could get beat by Norwich. We could get beat by Wolves in the Cup and be out of that. We could get beat by Everton. So we'll see. We'll have to see how things go. But that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please like, subscribe. Have a wonderful day as always. I'll speak to you guys soon. And peace.